Welcome back to the channel. And if you saw my last video about how we couldn't get any money out of our bank, there's been a run on the bank, folks. We'll talk about that in a minute. Hang on. So you guys might remember me telling you in a previous video that my husband and I went to the bank to take out some money. And I had heard several years ago about a $10,000 limit. We were under the $10,000 mark, and they kind of gave us grief about trying to take out some money. Anyway, if you haven't seen that video, you can see it on this channel, or you can go to my other channel and look at it there. But at any rate, since then, there has been a run on the bank. It looks like everybody was thinking what I was thinking. And I woke up this morning to an article says banks drained after $100,000 plus withdrawals. This article came out on Bitcoin.com. And I'm going to read it to you real quick. It says, uncertain markets are causing big bank customers to lose their cool. Several branches of U.S. banks, particularly in affluent areas like New York's neighborhood, have been drained of their cash as customers withdraw money in bulk. One couple reportedly withdrew $250,000 in one go, while others took out $100,000 or more. However, some were refused. I know the feeling, and I was nowhere near that figure, with one would-be withdrawer being declined the $30,000 they requested instead of being told the withdrawal limit was $10,000. In response to the mass cash out, regulators have tried to calm the chaos, with one banking official highlighting, quote, "Your money is safer at an institution than if you put it in your pocket." Doesn't that sound familiar? That sounds like something I just went through. So now it makes me wonder, are they giving their little talking points? They're supposed to tell people all the same stuff. Well, if this doesn't work, tell them this. And if that doesn't work, tell them that. Oh my gosh. And while some people are busy emptying their bank accounts, others are panic buying toilet rolls with sales up more than 60%. But this pales in comparison to hand sanitizer sales, which skyrocketed by, wait for it, 470%. 470% on hand sanitizer. Okay, are we having fun yet? So anyway, it says the entire world has been focused on the economy as the coronavirus outbreak has devastated global markets. While stocks, commodities, and barrels of oil plunge in value, there's been considerable demand for cold, hard cash in certain countries. According to reports, Wall Street's elite has been trying to withdraw $30,000 to $50,000 per person as they flee the Hamptons. Moreover, various individuals across the U.S. are claiming financial institutions like Chase Bank, Bank of America, are restricting cash withdrawal amounts. Isn't that something? So, I don't know if you got your money, but try to get your money. Oh my God. I spoke to my daughter, and she told me that she went to the bank the other day to try to take some money out, and they just flat told her no. Just flat told her. They didn't even give her a limit. They just flat told her no, and she didn't have no debt. I mean, it's not like she owes the bank some money and they're holding the money. No, they just told her no. Now, I ask you, at what point does it become criminal that they won't give you your money? None of it. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, so it says cash is something everyone looks for during times of economic hardship, and right now banks are struggling to provide liquidity. During Wednesday morning's trading sessions, global stock markets and futures continue to lose ground. The price of oil has plummeted even further from last week and is at its lowest value per barrel in 17 years. The price of crude oil is hovering around $43 per barrel, and Goldman Sachs predicts the price will drop to $20 per barrel soon. Oil prices have already begun to hurt people within the gas industry as, listen to this, 3,500 Halliburton workers have been laid off in Houston due to the price decline. While facing massive layoffs in industries like airline, tourism, and construction, people are in search of hard cash to help hold them over through the economic storm. A person that went into Chase Bank to try to get some money was recording, and they were trying to stop him from recording the incident when he was trying to get his money out, and they wouldn't give it to him. He said, Chase is insolvent. There's been a bank run. They proceeded to lie to me to go around outside the drive-through without my mask, and she would give me the $5,000 promised to me earlier. $2,000 rationed per customer. I did so, and they refused to give me that. The manager demanded that I delete this video. I did not. So there you go. When I woke up this morning and I saw this article, I was like, I woke my husband up and shoved my phone in his face. Look at this. And so, oh my goodness. Fortunately, like I said, when we left the bank that time, we did leave with something. Now, we didn't leave with everything, but we did leave with something. But my goodness gracious me, who'd have thunk it? When the stock market crashed many years ago, when some of us were children, some of us weren't even born yet, and I think it was 1920 something, 29, when the stock market crashed. And then, the banks had a bailout during the Obama administration, right after Bush was coming out and Obama was coming in, and then there was this big bailout that taxpayers paid for. And now, my goodness, the thing is, this thing has reached around the world. I mean, the world economic system is collapsing. This isn't, well, I was about to say this isn't one country's fault, but it is. So, because if the rest of the international community had gotten the word that something escaped from a laboratory, they could have done something about it. But the CDC was not allowed in. The World Health Organization was not allowed in. The media was propagating lies and saying everything was fine. And so, these different countries were given the information to their people that they were given by this government that let this thing get out of their lab. So if you want to put some blame on why you can't get your money, look to the Orient. That's the only thing I can tell you, because the fault does not lie with this country. Let me tell you that right now. Get your head on straight so you don't start throwing daggers and darts at people that don't deserve it, because it did not start here. It ain't our fault. So anyhow, I just wanted to follow up with you guys about this. See what you can do. Someone asked me, they said, okay, so what if we go... What if I go to the bank and try to get out my money and they do give me some? Should I leave enough in there to pay my bills? If you have automatic draft, I would suggest that you try to do that. If you really don't trust your bank or the system, you could probably take your money out, and when you know that your payments are coming due or before they're coming due, go ahead and get postal money orders or money orders from somewhere and mail it in, because it's nothing for them to close their doors, open them up, and you don't have any money. It has happened before. So I'm just saying. She just said as she sipped her coffee. Anyway. So we're in the middle of a nightmare. I'm sleeping okay, by the way, but I'm telling you, wow, huh? This is when it makes good sense to have listened to your parents or your grandparents on how to preserve food and how to do all this stuff. I'm telling you guys, I have been telling people for 6 years, I lie to you not, that this was coming. I didn't know it was coming by way of a disease, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because people are fickle. So I knew it was coming. So I was telling people, you know what, when you go to the store, you should think about, just picking up an extra bag of beans or an extra bag of rice or whatever. Just we have so many natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricanes, all kinds of stuff happening. What does it hurt you to have a little extra something set aside in case of an emergency? 6 years I've been telling people this. Now they're running around trying to find toilet paper. I saw a meme that said that the roll up yonder must have been called because that's why there's no toilet paper. And I'm saying they must have called the roll early because I'm still here. That's all I know. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Keep your distance from people. Tell your tell your grandchildren and their friends to stay away. Little germ factories. Stay away because if you have a compromised immune system, if you have heart disease, if you have anything like that, you do not want to get a flu that attacks your lungs. This thing loves lung tissue for some reason. You're going to get like popcorn lung or something. Don't do it. Just keep your distance. You don't have to be in fear. You don't have to get crazy about it and go up and buy up everything. I saw a post yesterday from a gentleman who said that he was in his 60s. He said, I went to the store to pick up a few things with the little bit of money that I have, and there was nothing. He said there was no meat, there weren't any vegetables, there was no toilet tissue, there was no dishwashing liquid, there was no hand sanitizer. And he went on to say, I'm not asking anyone for anything. I'm not begging for anything. I'm just asking that you would be considerate of us that are in our 60s because we need things too. And that's true. I mean, the fact of the matter is, some people literally live from paycheck to paycheck, and I understand that. I really do. I get it that there is nothing left over for you to save money or for you to pick up extra anything when you have to choose between your light bill and feeding your child, or your light bill and taking care of your grandchild because your child is irresponsible and you're responsible for your grandchildren, or whatever is going on. I get it, the whole paycheck to paycheck thing. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those that could have done better, that could have saved, that could have put some things aside, that could have been prepared for some kind of an emergency. And you took life for granted and you didn't do that. And now you're depriving other people who desperately need stuff. You're wrong for that, okay? You don't like it? Get off my channel. You're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. Don't be selfish. If you know somebody that needs some help, give them some help. And listen, if this doesn't apply to you, then let it go past you. If it applies to you, do some soul searching. Hello? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's all I'm saying. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time I come on.